Good evening, everyone. We'll go ahead and start this night's meeting. First thing on the agenda is consider approving the minutes held from September 9th.
I make a motion we approve those minutes and sign the warrant.
I'll second.
Move second, all in favor? Thank you. Next item on the agenda is item number 2, discuss the reading of the Rice's road weight restriction.
I am taking minutes, so I'm going to be a little slower than I typically have been. Thank you. The last meeting, we discussed about the possibility of putting a weight limit on that road. I talked with Dana since then, and he had discussed the possibility of putting no through traffic and no through trucks on it. What I did was I wrote up a weight restriction at 26,000 pounds. I basically just kind of fabricated something using some language from our current ordinance on weights and restrictions, and kind of made something that I thought would work. One of the statements in the ordinance was this would be void in the winter months once the roads or the temperature reaches 32 degrees and there's no water on the roads. I don't think that would be a good idea if we went this route, because part of the problem is we have Colby runners and walkers, and they use that year round. So if we go with this, I'd like to see this a permanent year-round solution to it. And I did go up and talk with Cliff at D.H. Panette's, and I explained to him what we were doing, and he does have one large truck a week deliver steel and shingles. We don't want that to impact his business. One of the solutions to that would have been to start a 26,000 pound weight limit from his driveway to Fairfield Street, and possibly put a sign up at the beginning of Rice's Rips Road on the Colby end stating that weight limit road ahead, or 26,000 pound weight limit ahead. But Dana threw a different idea at me and said, why don't we just post it 26,000 pounds and give them an annual permit to operate the truck going to their business.
I don't know how the other people about that.
Any discussion on that?
I think keeping it simple is good.
Have we contacted or spoken to,
NEPW, New England Public Works, who owns the Oakland.
Yeah. I have gone up there twice. I think what happens with that is the truckers just have a key to the building. It's not a manned unit, so it's been vacant each and every time I've been up there. There's no signage on the building or any contact information. I suppose if I want to dig deeper, I can go to Sappy and see if I can come up with something from them, but I don't even know which direction to go with them.
I can do that in 5 minutes from right now.
If you give me a name and number, and I can, what would you call it?
NEPW, New England Public Warehouse.
Is that the name of the
That's
company?
who runs and owns the storage facility. It's the NEPW warehouse, and I'll have a phone number for you first thing in the morning.
I just think we probably should let them know that this is what we're doing, why we're doing it, and not that we're trying to be singling anybody out. We understand they're one of the bigger users, and this will affect them.
I'm actually surprised nobody's called me from them, because we had a pretty extensive newspaper article about this, and that would have got somebody's attention, I would have thought, because there's several haulers that are hauling into that place, and but nobody's called.
I noticed one other truck there, I think it was today I saw it, the chips going to Colby's boiler and go that way too. Kidding, all those. But I mean, he could just as easily go this way. I
All
mean,
of
that's
them
just
can use
convenience that they're going that way for.
Yeah, the road was built for that kind of weight. Our road wasn't. And if anybody, if you men have gone up Rice's Rips Road recently, take a look at the cracks in the road. I mean, it's probably the worst shape of any road we have right
Big
now.
cracks coming in there.
It's really coming apart. And it's gonna cost us a lot of money to fix it, because we're gonna have to dig it out and rebuild it.
So even if you did put no through traffic on it, like you said, for trucks, no through trucks, truck traffic, anything over 26,000 GVWs, that would suffice. Is that exactly what we need?
Well, my only argument to that is the fact that Rice's Rips Road goes almost to that Marston Road intersection. So when they're going through there, I mean, they're gonna break that road, but
Put the sign down just from here on out,
Yeah.
no through trucks?
yeah,
Yeah,
I can go in either direction.
Yeah,
I just wanna
whatever's
make sure.
easier. I think you keep it simple so they understand. Richard, you had a question.
26,000 isn't very much.
It's a Class B truck.
Huh?
26,000 GVWs is a Class B truck. Class B, like an all truck, like a Hammond lumber truck, you know?
Single axle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't mind us
You're
raising
talking
taxes next year to
six-
fix the road?
6 yards of gravel in a truck like that?
Right.
Well, what we can do, Richard, too, is if somebody does have some construction up there, they can get a permit. You know, I talked
They
with
can
Mike.
get a special
Yeah,
permit to go.
Mike Rosnell came in and see me about it, and he was concerned that it was gonna shut his business down up there, and it's just a matter of making a phone call, and that's what I told him. I said, call me up, get a permit on it so we know you're up here, and you'll be good to go. We're not trying to impact any local businesses at all. The only thing we're trying to do is avoid these tractor trailers coming down the Races Rips Road, and, because it's rattling everybody's houses apart. And, it's not a good situation.
No.
How do you guys feel about the sign being at the end of the Marston Road rather than down by Panett? I'd like to see it right up at the start of the road. I don't know how.
I think so too, absolutely.
And I think it's good that Gary can go, he's been to see Panett already,
Yeah.
and he can go and see him and give him a permit. And
Yeah. So do you wanna go with through trucks or 26,000 pounds? I can go either direction on it.
Now, don't some of the signs, some places say no through trucks over 26,000, or is that?
I've never
am I
seen that.
combining two signs that I've seen?
The only road that I'm aware of in Oakland that we have no through trucks is the Town Farm Road, and I get constant complaints about certain beer distributors using that to shoot across over to the other side. So, we're having that problem on a regular basis. You know, they just haven't gotten caught. And, but again, if it said 26,000 pounds up there, we'd probably have the same issue.
I mean, we're after the weight, we don't care if a light truck goes through, we're after the weight, so.
Make the road put together. And the safety aspect for our
Yeah.
Colby College runners and hikers that use the races.
I think your point about having it apply in the winter is good, because you've got the snowbanks in the winter, and the kids are still out there running.
Yeah.
But they're nearer the road, because they don't have the shoulder to run on.
And I know if I'm running down the road and I have a tractor trailer go by me, it makes me pay attention. You know.
The other thing I think we probably should do is contact Colby and find out who manages their boiler. And just say we're doing this to save the road and protect, you know, Colby students who use that road, and they can use the influence on their drivers.
Holly McKenzie is in that department, and so I can give her. All right. Are you okay with the way this reads? Do you see anything here that needs to be changed?
I don't know. I would change up in the first sentence, I'd change that 117 Rice Rips Road, because
Right.
that's Panett's address.
Yeah, and if we go to, now, again, do we wanna go 26,000 pounds or through trucks?
26,000.
I'd make a motion to go 26,000.
Okay.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Now, we have to have 2 readings on this, Gary?
Yeah, I'll bring it back on the next one, we'll talk about it, and in that period of time, I'll contact Holly McKenzie, and I will make a diligent effort to contact these people with the,
I'd make a motion that we proceed with making this an ordinance and have the 2 readings on it.
Second.
Second, all in favor? Third item is, want me to continue on reading while you're
let me
writing?
just write this, so I don't forget. Okay.
Item number 3 is conduct first reading on proposal amendments for appendix A, C, and D of the general assistance ordinance pertaining to overall maximums, house maximums, and utilities and electric allowances.
Okay. This is an annual event. Jan kind of briefed me over what the increases are, but apparently this is something that comes in front of you every single year this time of year. And if you would like to know the specific increases, I do have them highlighted here. Would you like a briefing on that?
We usually just ask Jan if there's anything we need to know, and she says no, so.
And she basically told me the same thing, but she did give me everything that I needed to go and inform you if you need to know. All I can say is everything has increased, you know, as far as Kennebec County. We've gone up on all of it, so.
I make a motion, we accept this as the first reading of this ordinance change.
Second by Dylan, all in favor? We have a young gentleman from the Boy Scouts of America here.
Yep, we'll get him taken care of. This is Taylor Croft, and Taylor is working towards his Eagle Scout certification, and he would like to talk to the council about a proposed project that he would like to do to help contribute to that. So, Mr. Croft, the floor is yours.
Good evening, my name is Taylor. I'm a local resident here at Oakland. I go down to the high school, and I am currently a Life Scout serving in Troop 417 in the unit here in the Country Council. Yeah. So my proposed project was to build several park benches in the Oakland boat landing area, just on the road over by the Waterside Graveyard, and they would be public use. We would plan on putting, anchoring devices in to prevent theft and vandalism, and just have them there for public enjoyment. So we're planning on either 3 or 4 benches, and that can be decided upon by you guys. And we have spoken to several companies. Hammond Lumber has agreed to donate all the lumber needed. Home Depot has agreed to donate $50 worth of mechanical materials, and Messalonski High School has agreed to allow us to use their shop, and Albatron Hardware is considering giving us a donation. And so what I would ask from the town is a relatively small budget, and so far without possible donations from Albatron, we're looking at maximum price of 4 benches would be $140, and 3 benches maximum price would be $100, and that is maximum price depending on where we buy materials and if we can get sales or other donations fixed. So I need approval to go forward with the project, and approval for a town budget if possible.
How big are these benches, Taylor?
They are it's a regular park bench, and it's about 56 inches across on the seat, so a 3-person bench.
The amount of crowds we have up there at the swimming area, I think it'd be great.
How good are you at building gazebos?
I just figured I'd ask.
I'm as good as you need me to be if I have a $600 budget.
No, we've talked about putting a gazebo down there, that's all. So,
We actually, there is a location down along the river's edge where something like this would
They
probably
do.
fit.
People sit in,
Yeah.
watch
There's a
the
lot of
kids.
people go down there, sit on the grass.
I actually have pictures if you guys want to
Sure,
see the possible
yeah,
placement.
absolutely.
So what I was thinking is there is a gravel beach side right here, and putting them just on the edge of the beach side would be a perfect area because parents like to sit there and watch their kids go around. Down on the beachfront. So there is picnic tables on the other side, but there's no benches or seating on that side.
I think we have to be careful when we put them near the water, because if you get a row of people sitting in front of there just watching the kids swim, I like your idea, but I can just visual other people wanting to lay down on the grass, and then they can't see through the other people, so if we could strategically place them at an angle, right, so it makes an opening so people could go.
If this,
Might be helpful.
yeah, if this project gets approved, what we can do is we can have further discussion on location and just go down and take a look at, maybe we can have our council come down and we can all just
Just
take
an
a look
idea,
at
it's
it.
a great idea, I'm just saying, it's a good idea.
Can we give tentative approval to it? Part of the project then would be for you to sit down with you, AJ, some of us, to come up with a plan, a map showing exactly where they're gonna be, how they're gonna be anchored. If you do anchor them, there may be a DEP regulation, because you can't have anything permanent within.
So many feet.
The anchor system that we had planned was a simple forged 2-foot piece of rebar bent in a U shape and hammered into the ground with a chain link connecting it to the main post of the bench.
And I think all that should be run by DEP for your benefit, so that you get a notice from them saying, yes, we approve this. It may be very simple approval, but I think
Yeah.
that would be good for part of your project, that you were working with DEP to get approval, no problems. Same thing, make a map so that you present it to us and be part of your project. So just try to help you build your package together so it shows how you've interacted with the town council, DEP, maybe the Friends of Messalonski. I don't wanna make it overbearing.
Yeah.
A lot of these things can happen very easily, and I think that would be good to support you.
And part of the reason I'm here today is that I need your guys' approval, or as a beneficiary approval, before I can take this to the High Council in Pine Tree for the Boy Scouts. And they have to, I basically have to do this over again with them, and they have to approve it as well.
I'd make a motion, we accept Taylor's project. I think it's a great project and it's a great effort for the Boy Scouts to do something like this for the town. So I'd make a motion, we accept his proposal and let him proceed.
Second.
And that we furnish his budget of $140, you said?
Maximum. If you guys want, that's for 4 benches, and 3 benches would cut it down to 100.
But you're getting materials donated
You're
by
getting
Hammond?
Lumber's donating materials.
You're doing them.
Yeah, this is like including all donations. So that was
Yes, I
the
would
excess.
ask that we, once you have a final budget created, you see what you actually need, then you can come to us, and I don't think there'll be an issue supporting it, but to have an exact number at some point.
Get those figures down, find out exactly what you're gonna need, Tyler, and get it to me, and we'll take it from there.
Yep.
Unless you've already got that now.
Well, that was, my estimate was within, I was thinking within like a few dollars. The only difference in estimate of that number would be if there happens to be like a sale or some kind of, or if we can, if it, comes up at a different region. We were thinking of purchasing from Home Depot, and we went to the store and did price estimates from in-store.
Are you planning on building these pressure treated material?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no, not pressure treated, sorry. Hammond Lumber is donating spruce and leaf, non-pressure treated, and we were going to put a varnish on them to help with the anti-aging process.
Is this gonna be dried lumber or green lumber, or do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Are they gonna, you're gonna wanna find that out. Because
Yeah,
when you put green lumber on it, you're gonna build them, it's gonna twist and warp, and no matter what you put on, it's not gonna hold.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, if you do that with non-pressure treated material, it's gonna have to be dried.
And we thought about using pressure treated, but then we realized that there was, severe environmental hazards. And obviously Hammond Lumber doesn't want to donate something like teak wood or the high quality hardwoods.
That's
So we
pretty
had to
nice
figure out
stuff
what
to be working with too, I don't understand why. So we got a motion from Dana?
Motion made, second by Mark.
Okay.
All set, all in favor?
Can I have a signature from any gentleman for beneficiary approval?
Sure.
And I have a little packet for somebody to read that I will hand out. Are you-
Thank you.
Yep.
You're fine, Ash, you're fine, you're fine. I won't bite you.
Christine, you came in, just look.
Oh, here, I can do it in the.
Mr. Ball.
Norm, what's your name again?
Jennifer.
Great.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Is this your little brother here? Is he gonna have to do the payment?
You should know. No, no.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm just setting it up. They're gonna do all the work.
Make contact with me. We'll do it next week.
I believe I have your contact information.
Okay.
Do you want them to just stop by? You'll come in here? And you're here all day? every
Most of
day?
the time.
Most of the time?
Might be a good idea just to call the town office to make sure that I am here.
What time are you here till?
My hours are from 7 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock at night usually.
Okay, he's got usually soccer till 5.
Okay. Catch me in the morning.
He has seminary in the morning, which is at 6 to 7. And then this week, you could probably catch you at 7 maybe, 7 to 7:30.
Alright, you're doing this to you. This is for the beneficiary. It's a navigation. I am required to hand it out.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Super job. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Are we, what's the?
More than welcome to say. Okay. Moving on to the manager's report.
Well, the first thing I have on my agenda is to, I proposed a letter. I talked with Don a few weeks ago, and he had made comments about it would be nice to send out a letter to the businesses and volunteers and all that stuff for everything that's happened this summer. You've got a copy of the letter in front of you. I don't know if you've had a chance to review it, but if you'd like to make any changes on it, let me know and I can make them. If not, if you like it the way it is, then I have the original. I'd like to get everybody's signature on it. This is gonna go out to our businesses, volunteers for Oak Fest, the people who did all the flower work.
It's fine to me.
Awesome.
If that's the case, I'm gonna send this through.
Jan's not there.
Yeah, Jan's not here, you can use red.
Okay, the next item on my agenda is we have two planned public hearings on this proposed police department. The scheduled events are going to be October 15th, Williams Elementary School at 7 p.m. and October 21st, same location at 7 p.m. These are postings that will go for public hearing and we're going to get them out. They have to be held, hung up at least 7 days prior to the public hearing. And if this is permissible by our council, I'm gonna send these around to get signatures on them.
Hey,
I've got-
I had one question, Gary, under the bonds outstanding and unpaid, so you got the original that you want signed tonight? Is that what you got?
This is exactly what will go on to vote.
Okay, if that's the original for us to sign tonight,
Yes.
I won't suggest any changes then.
Okay.
I just thought, on the indebtedness of the town,
Yep,
that the $2.2 million, that's basically the sewer.
that is a sewer department.
That we did, and it's not anything that,
The
from
town,
the town itself, that's for the sewer department to pay
and we did
that.
look into that, and, but it was suggested that we add that on there.
Yeah, I think it should be there, but I was wondering if it shouldn't say that it was a sewer, so people would know what it
Oh, I
was. That's
see
the
what
only
you're
thing I was
saying.
gonna say, but if that's the original, I think we should sign it and get it moving.
Okay. I can hold off, and I'll just
No,
call you
I-
guys up
I
and.
wouldn't.
Okay. Second page on both those packets.
Basically, the town has no indebtedness itself right
Right,
now, so.
right, the town itself has no indebtedness, you're absolutely correct on that. I need to get a few names of attendants in here, I don't have a list, could I get your name, sir?
Cody Curian.
Spell your last name for me.
Q-U-I-R-I-O-N.
Patrick, I-O-U. That completes my business.
Give it a go. Matt?
I'm all set.
I'm also.
When are they gonna start grinding up the stuff up to the transfer station?
They should be up there today.
Huh?
They should be up there today, they're moving equipment in.
And moving the equipment?
Yeah, in today.
Lord, every time I see that pile, I say, if that ever catches a fire. Man,
Actually, I do got one small thing. On the revenue sharing,
I'm sorry, what was that?
on the revenue sharing, why is there such, it says 55% increase? What is the cause of the increase? Our revenue sharing's up
Okay.
a lot over the past year.
Let me take a look at it. The Main State revenue share,
Yeah.
it increased over last year because the number actually went up this year. Last year we had 33,000, this year we got 51. When they passed an increase, Oakland was gonna benefit from that, and that's the reason why we got an increase this year.
I just saw it and the numbers seem giant.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good stuff for this year.
Kelly, anything? Oh, you had, Cody, anything?
What?
Anything you want to bring to the meeting? Thank you.
We can allow him a half-hour speech if you want.
Yeah. Did you have anything other than
I
that?
think we're good. We'll come talk to you.
Okay,
Can you settle
perfect.
things
Thank you
out?
for bringing it in.
Yeah.
You guys did an awesome job.
At this time, we do have to enter into an executive session to discuss some personal matters under one MRSA, section 4056A. So we will have to close the meeting to the public.
All right.
And I thank you for coming, all of you.
Thank you for your time.
Have a great night.
Good boys.
You need a couple more boys.
I have 4.
How are you doing, my friend?
Nice seeing you again. Camera off too?
Yeah.